Hello, my dear friends. Mario Pedro Gould here. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. It is a beautiful, beautiful early evening out here in Vancouver, in Yaletown by the seawall, enjoying this wonderful Canada day. You know, just walking down the seawall, breathing in the air, you know, just having a very, very beautiful experience of beautiful Vancouver. And I'm actually thinking about, you know, my year as it pertains to, you know, we're right now, today is July 1st, which means that we're halfway into the year. And I had a very interesting day thinking about whether I have attained the goals that I have set for myself. And if I haven't attained the goals that I've set for myself, you know, what are the things that I can do, you know, starting today, so when the end of the year comes, I feel like I had a prosperous year. I feel like I had a successful year. So I'm going to put this onto Facebook today in July 1st. So some of you who have a look at this, you'll be likely to think about the things that you can do, you know, on your own right now to make sure that the rest of your year turns out to be magnificent. By the time this goes into YouTube, you know, it may be a month or two, you know, after July 1st. So, you know, just take it from the date that you receive the message and plan for the rest of your year accordingly, okay? So actually, as I'm walking down here by the seawall, I took down some notes of 7 areas that I want to make improvements, you know, in my own life. And as I'm going through these points, I want you to maybe think about, you know, the process that I've gone through and see if it applies to you. Or maybe you can create your own points of the areas that you really, really, really want to hone in on in order to ensure that you have, you know, a magnificent year. So as I was strolling down here, you know, on the seawall, I asked myself a very, very, very powerful question. And the question that I asked myself was, what are the areas in my life which, if I make a significant improvement on for the remaining 6 months of this year, I'm going to have a very, very, very fruitful year, and I'll be very, very confident and enthusiastic about the direction of my life. And I came up with this list, and as I read this list, you know, think about how it applies to you, and if it doesn't, you know, just come up with a list of your own that reflects your current station in life. So one of the most important things that I really want to work on during the course of the year is definitely to stop chasing people. Okay, what do you mean by stop chasing people, Mario? What I mean is that I'm going to endeavor to only connect with those who are eager to connect with me. Okay, naturally I am an outgoing individual. You know, when I meet people, I usually want to connect with them, you know, want to build a relationship, whether it is, you know, a friendship or business or a dating scenario. But what I realized in my own life is that a lot of times, especially out here in the Western society, for whatever reason it is, a lot of people are not as open to meet people as in other cultures. So I find myself repeatedly, you know, sometimes actually chasing other people in order to connect with them, but this uses a significant amount of energy which I can redirect towards other more fruitful arenas in my life. So I have resolved for the remaining 6 months of this year to stop chasing people and only connect with those who are eager to connect with me. So as I say, this is very, very important for me because I can use the energy that I'm expending towards other things that are more important for me, important to me in my own life. Okay, number 2 was don't give energy to rejection, redirect my focus. I have observed in my own life that whenever I receive something coming at me which appears to be a form of rejection, I have found that I would focus on it longer than I actually would like to. So maybe I reach out to connect with an individual and they do not respond in the manner that I want them to respond. I perceive it as a rejection, and I find that my focus on what I may be calling a rejection is using a significant amount of energy, even if it's just for 5 minutes, even if it's just for 1 hour that I'm focused on this. Energy is what I need to go towards my promised land of milk and honey. So I need to take any negative energy that's coming at me in terms of rejection and immediately stop it right there and redirect my focus. If I'm able to consciously do this for the remaining 6 months, I'm going to be in a great position as it pertains to me manifesting my goals, because I'm going to be using my energy a lot wisely. The third thing that I actually wrote down was, to delegate as much as possible. My time, I want to use my time very wisely, visioning, planning, and putting systems in place to execute as much as possible without my physical presence. Okay? I have realized that the best use of my own time usually revolves around me actually thinking. I'm a thinker, so I want to think about new businesses, new business projects. I want to think about the business projects that I already have running right now. But when I'm spending a lot of time working, it takes away the time that I need and the space that I need to have creative space so I can grow my businesses, grow my life to the vision that I actually have established for myself. So delegate as much as possible, okay? Number 4, wow, this is a big one. I just kind of stumbled upon this recently, is daily stretching and meditation. I fell away from the practice of meditation. I fell away from the practice of stretching. And I have been doing that, continuously. Actually, just in my home, I put down the yoga mat. I have a beautiful, beautiful condo way up on the 29th floor. So I actually just do my stretching. It's not looking at you, it's looking at me. So you don't have to worry, right? So I actually do my stretching, when I'm overlooking, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful water body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, and actually when I get to meditate, it allows me to slow down. It allows me to focus on my thoughts and enables me to bring awareness to how I'm actually thinking, about my life. Okay, so stretching, meditation, I believe that if I do this every day for the next 6 months of my year, I'm going to be positioning myself to, gosh, this phone actually is heavy if you hold it for long, crazy. I'm going to be positioning myself to be in a vibrant body and to have a very, very strong and alert mind, which will result in me making great decisions and moving around in this space with a lot of confidence, with a lot of happiness, with a lot of enthusiasm. I'm all about living the good life, all about living the good life. Number 5, not settling for average in my dating life. A lot of times, actually I'm not going to speak about other people. I'm going to speak about my own experience. As a single male, the times that I go out on dates with women and the woman may not be the perfect choice for me. And I settle for a situation that is not nurturing to me 100% in body, mind, soul. So I know very clearly in my own perspective, my mama tells me, hey Mario, there's no perfect woman. But I do know that there's a woman out there who has developed her body, has developed her mind, is in tune with her soul. It's all about personal growth, personal development, is conscious, is aware, is emotionally stable, is mentally sharp. I know this woman exists. However, the times when I go out and I meet women that don't even meet this criteria, and I just settle into a dating scenario which is not beneficial for me. So one resolve that I have made is to not settle for average. 2 more. Number 6 is to really take the time to enjoy life and do what really pleases me. This is a big one. It's a big one. I'm out here right now by the seawall, just relaxing, breathing some nice fresh air. I'm gonna go and get a smoothie, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna do things that really make me enjoy every moment of my life, and I need to do this on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis, I am the most important person in my world, and I need to show myself mad love by doing things that really excite me. Dining in restaurants that I really love dining in. You know, maybe, let's see what else, you know, doing my yoga, you know, going for my massages, going, you know, to the movie theaters, taking time to actually read, taking time to just drink my nice lemon tea and just gaze out into the expanse of the views. I need to take more time and enjoy myself. Okay, here's the last one. The last one is, you know, communicate with my mother more. You know, my mother is the most important person in my life. She's the most important person in my life. She's like my heart. But I don't get enough. I don't actually take enough time to actually communicate with her. What the fuck is that? So that's what I want to do. You know, I want to take more time to communicate with my mother, and I believe that as I do that, you know, I'm going to bring some more happiness into her own life, you know, just based on the old age that she's in. And I'm going to bring more happiness into my life, and I'll be more connected to my feminine essence. You know, I'm a masculine male, but I have a feminine essence. The more I connect with my mom, the more I'm going to have a heart-based approach in how I interact with other women and how I interact with the world as a whole. So they're the 6 things, you know, that, you know, I just thought about as I'm walking down here, you know, that I can do to have a phenomenal remaining 6 months of 2016. And if I'm successful in actually implementing these 7 things that I have actually spoken about into my life on a day-to-day basis for the next 6 months, everything else in my life is going to fall into place, especially my activities in the business arena. I'm going to be significantly beyond anyone's dreams successful in my business arena if I'm able to do the 7 things that I have put in place here. So my invitation to you is to, you know what, if you're watching this today, great. You know, you can go ahead and think about what are the things that you can do to enhance the quality of your life for the remaining 6 months of the year. But if you watch this, you know, a month or 2 later on, by the time I put it onto YouTube, you know, just use whatever time is left towards the end of the year and just refocus on the few key things that are most important to you. And then you too will be able to actually finish the rest of 2016 in style as you move closer and closer to your goals. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening. Take the time, ladies and gentlemen. Life is too short. Take the time to enjoy yourself in a positive way. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. I will be in touch real soon.